We've been reviewing classic hip hop albums, to see if they, really are classic, and they still hold up today. So like and subscribe if you like classic hip hop. And today we're going to talk about LL Cool J's Radio, his debut album. And I mean, I listen to this. A lot of these songs I heard before, but I probably never heard this album just straight through uh, ever before. Like just listen to it by itself, and I was very surprised. I mean, this guy made this at 16 years old. I was very surprised. It really kind of blew me away. So, what y'all thought? What's your thoughts first? LL Page changed the name on us.
Mhm. I looked up the album, started listening. I'm like, all right, 1984. Let me go look up. Like, I wanted to get the context of it. Like B said, last album, old album we did. So I was like, all right, let me try that too. And I was like, wait, 84. He was born in 68. Like, hold on, there's no way he's 16. Like, I did the math a couple times. I'm like, man, these people are like, this dude came out at 16 even back then and was a huge hit. That's amazing to me. Um, the album overall sounds like a 16-year-old made it. As far as the topic wise, like you talking about high school and girls and like a 16-year-old made album, but it's so dope that that's the way his career started to me.
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, I feel like it took me back to high school. I enjoyed it. So what about you, B?
Yeah.
I don't love this one as much as I like some of his other albums.
Mm.
Uh,
Mm,
but but it was I hadn't listened to this one in a long time. So the classics I know like the back of my hand, and then you got a couple
mm.
other songs that like I had heard before and had heard recently. Then there's other ones on here I haven't heard in forever. So it was a cool listen. I'm glad to have done it. To like I said, a lot of these albums I've heard and just haven't listened to it forever, man.
All right, so then let's break it down track by track. Let's go. First off, starts off with "I Can't Live Without My Radio," and this is a jam. I love this song. I love this
Super
song.
classic.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean this one's super known. Obviously, it's a big hit.
What you thought? Arjun?
Yeah, well, that's yeah, for sure a classic. Everybody's heard this song before, so that's nothing.
All right, so
That's a
cool.
layup.
We all know that's a classic song. Okay, and then it goes into "You Can't Dance," and I mean, and this is where I realized, man, LL Cool J was a high school bully, man. He talked about me. This is exactly how I felt at the dance in high school when I couldn't dance. Hey, I'm like, what the heck? He said, "You dance like you got arthritis." I, I felt very offended. All right, I felt very offended. I was, yeah, man. Come on now, come on. You don't got to do me like that. I tried to dance. Maybe I grew up in a can't dance house around some can't
I
dance
can't
people.
dance. I can't dance. Can't dance
Nah.
at all.
No, it made me think of like look at the things that people are concerned with when they're 16, like 16-year-olds dancing.
You
People
It's
don't
know,
also
even
the
dance
time
no
too, man.
more.
The time,
Exactly.
yeah,
the
People
yeah.
ain't
time.
breakdancing. People ain't doing that no more. Like it's so funny to me.
You ever tried
This
to
type
break
thing.
dance, Preston?
Nah, I've been too chunky all my life to try that. I always looked more athletic than I was capable of.
Eric. He tried to teach how to do the because he likes to dance. He do the spin move and then land with this on his hands. The stand.
Yeah.
All that. And he tried to teach us how to do it. I could never do it. I was always felt like a fool trying that stuff out. What about
When
you,
we
B?
had
You ever
the
tried?
when we had the hip hop club at the one high school, shout out to my man Osuch. We had a dude. He had a dude come in who was a breakdancer and breakdancer all across the world, a professional. Dude was a beast, and
Yeah.
he taught us how to do some basic stuff. And it was funny, man. All the dudes in high school, we was all trying it. Normally we was in there rapping, but it was like, all right, we're gonna do some breakdancing today, and
Yeah.
it was funny. So all of like us and me, Osuch, and 10 other guys, like the high school guys, stopped trying to look cool. We all in the gym trying to breakdance on this pad, do these different breakdancing moves. And it was funny, man. Like everybody was like, "Oh, okay." Like a couple kids got it down and was doing real good. It's like I wasn't good, but no
That's
surprise. I can't
tight. Yeah.
dance.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah. So, Yeah, man, that's crazy. But I like the song though. It's fun. I think it's funny. You know,
Yeah.
I like
Mhm.
you know, I think LL has okay. So this we can talk about. I mean, some overall thoughts here, but I think LL has that it brings the energy to the track, like you know, like Run DMC. You know, like you know, even when he starts like you
Mm,
can't dance. You know, like it's like
mhm.
I feel like, but he's a way better rapper than like
Yeah,
Run DMC. Though. So
Mhm.
I feel like he's got like he's really great on the mic. You know, in
for
that
sure.
sense.
And now that was known from day one. He was a star, but I don't love the production on this album as much.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about
So,
that.
and the beats all had that.
It's these are all beats
Yeah.
you could either
And
beatbox
yeah,
or you could hear someone beating it on
so
a table or something like the lunchroom
yeah,
table.
so
Yeah.
that's the thing. And so when that works, it works better than other times when it doesn't work as well. Like I can't live without my radio. It works great. This one it doesn't. I don't. I never liked this one much. You know, so it starts to get repetitive as you go through this album.
Yes. Yes. Completely. By the end of the album, I felt like I'm tired of that noise. But but when I started the album, I loved it. So I liked it on this song too. I liked that You Can't Dance again because also because it's entertaining and funny, and he's just being. And so let's go right into the next one, Dear Yvette.
Hmm.
And this song may be the reason why I don't know any young people named Yvette. Everybody stopped naming their kids this after this song.
Dang,
That makes
that's
sense.
messed up.
Shout out to Yvette. Sorry you had to go through that.
Yeah, you out there. You probably got an auntie or maybe somebody older, you know, lady in your family named Yvette, and that's messed up because you.
Oh no, you trying to say that Yvette be out here doing all that? Went in the bathroom for 20 minutes? Had the door locked? She
That's
doing all that
crazy.
type of
Yeah.
stuff?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean this song's cool, man. So I don't have no problems with this song really.
yeah. No, I got no. It's a funny song. Again, some high school stuff. You know, for real.
It definitely high school stuff.
Yeah. So yeah, but I thought it was funny. He's entertaining. So I could give you more. Again, this is where we start to get into the, you know, the LL part, the you know, ladies songs that he's got. It's
Yeah.
funny as a 16-year-old, you
It's
know,
always been like I said, that's him, man. That's him.
but
Yeah.
you
I
know,
mentally skipped this track when I heard it. Like, I can give you more. Like, this dude is 16. I don't want to hear
yeah,
this.
so to me, this was my one of my least favorites on the album for
Right.
sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I like Dangerous.
Yep.
I like Dangerous.
Mm.
And then I thought the
Untitled.
Untitled
So,
track is cool. You know, they were like, the next side is hard. I mean, I really felt like I'm listening to the tape, like flip it over, you know? I'm like, all
Mhm.
right. So,
and then you get Rock the Bells, which is a classic. Super
exactly.
classic.
So,
Classic.
super
I
classic
Need a
song.
Beat, super classic.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like That's a Lie. I love
Yeah,
this
it was
song.
funny.
This
Yeah,
is
that was funny.
we all know somebody in high school who is lying on everything.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I love this song.
I agree with that.
And
You Rock. I like Your
that
Rock.
one too. I like that one too. I thought it was
Pass on I Want You.
yeah, and I'll pass on that one. I thought it was better than at least than I can give you more of the, at least, but
That's
because at
fair.
least it's like a story and but I don't know. Yeah, I could pass on the girl songs, but it's dope. And to
Yeah.
see that you 16 years old, you know, to make this album, Rick Rubin. People always talk about like Rick Rubin. Like you know, he kind of like you know had. I mean, I know he produced the album and like, but people kind of say it like LL had a cheat code or something in this album. But you know, he said in his recent interview how he has no technical skills. You can hear that on this album. He's not. There's not great production on it. It's the same thing over and over. You know? So you can hear that he has no strong technical skills. The cutting is what breaks up the monotony of some of these tracks. And then he has a few of those tracks where he has the, you know, in Rock the Bells, you know, he has the guitar, just that 1 second sample guitar, electric guitar or whatever. That's it. Like, you know, everything else is just the same. Yeah, the same drum pattern. Same. You could, like I said, you could beatbox it. You know, you.
Yeah, it's
I was reading that he called himself on the back of the album when it was sold at the time. It said produced by the minimalist Rick Rubin or the minimalist something like that
Mm.
because he or reduced by that's what it was because he uses minimalistic beat patterns and stuff like that.
Mm. Yeah.
I don't know if
I
that's
mean, it's
amazing or
just
not,
that
but
adds to the dating of it. You know what I mean? Like it's such a time that production
yeah,
is like specific. Like so
Yeah.
it's cool, man. Look, I mean, I love hip hop and all of its history. So I think that's like I, I don't get mad when I hear this older stuff. It just makes me think of like how it must have been to hear this for the first time in
Yeah.
'84 or whatever. You know, it's like
Yeah.
if you'd have
So
heard this, you'd be like, "What is this?" Like it's
yeah, no,
it's
I agree. Like I said, I love the sound. I like the sound of the songs in moderation. Like if it was just one, like if I just listen to this as one track on in a series or in like a
hmm
mix, then I love these songs each individually. It's just as an album, hearing it 10 times in a row, the same sounds gets repetitive. So, but so what do you guys think? Would you say that this is better or worse than that Run DMC debut that came out a year before this?
100% better.
Okay, you think 100 better? Oh, because you didn't like
I
Run
like
DMC.
I like the Run DMC
No,
better. You're gonna make me
I
pick.
Yeah, it's
mm-mm.
funny. I think I like the Run DMC. No, you know what? It's crazy because the production of the Run DMC is so much better,
I like it so much more.
but the rapping on this is so much better. So I feel torn. But
But if I had to listen to the whole album straight through and only one or the other, it's just the beat variety is just
yeah,
much better. But that's the thing. It's like I wouldn't. I would never do that. So you know,
yeah.
just you would listen to them in mixes. I wouldn't listen to all these songs straight through in most situations. So it's good.
So what you give it? I'd give it a 9 for sure, or maybe a
Oh
nine
no,
and a
this
half.
holds up, man. I mean, a bunch of these
Yeah,
songs hold up.
yeah. I
I
don't.
ain't giving it no 9.
Oh, what you give it, Russ? What you say?
From
Because to
what I
me, the
read,
only things we were talking about are the girl songs. These aren't bad songs. They're just not, maybe the songs we prefer, but they're not bad songs. So what would you give it?
first of all, I can't give no 16-year-old a 9. I don't care. Like
Now you
what?
being ageist.
Yeah, because that's not real life. Like I mean, it's high school stuff, but high school isn't real. I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, I'm
High
not. I
school
can't
is
jack
real
that.
But
life,
it's
man. This
about the
man's still
music. We
scarred
rated
about
based on
being
the
told he
music.
can't dance.
Yeah, I
It
am.
is real
I
life.
am. It's real life, man. That's real. Everybody
It
remembers their
is,
high
but
school
it's
dance.
like it's the
Everybody remembers
smallest
their high
part of
school
your life.
dance.
It's not even that influential.
No, no, no.
I
It's
don't.
probably the biggest part of your life. Hold on now.
Bro, they
Let's
got people that's like
You spend
65
a
years old still thinking about how somebody in high school dissed them.
or still talking about how they won state championship as in their football team.
yeah, but we make
Oh,
fun of those people. So that's what I'm saying. Like you're only in high school for 4 years. I'm cool. Like it ain't gonna affect that my
it's
life
your
that much,
formative
man.
years, man. Come on, man. I think
It
you
is.
downplaying it. You downplaying it. Everybody
No, no,
remembers
for
that.
sure. It's super informative, but it doesn't hold up with time. When you look back at high school, you're probably like, damn, I made some dumbass or sorry, I made some dumb decisions that I shouldn't have made. I don't want to hear that. Like, I don't want to hear 16 talking
But
about a girl stinks and this and that. Like, that's bullying and like that don't
so
hold up, dog. Does
Oh,
not
so
happen in
he's
the
too
real
toxic
life.
for you, is what you say. He's too toxic for
It's not that. I like
yeah.
toxic music, so it's definitely not that.
So
But
then do you mad because he's making? I don't understand. I don't really get it.
these are children. I don't care. Like, I don't care
Oh,
what
it's
children
because
have
he's
to say most of
underage.
the time.
It's just
Yeah, he hasn't even been through anything. He doesn't know that this won't matter or like that don't matter to me. I don't know.
okay,
So
but see, well, the reason why this is I think is a silly argument because a lot of the rappers that like Illmatic came out. I mean, what Nas was 19 or 18 when he dropped that. What was it? I mean, a lot of rappers when they dropped their first album, they're younger. Maybe they're in their 20s. You know, but
Yeah,
they
most of them
haven't
are.
lived
Yeah.
their whole life. We don't. We not.
Right.
That's not what we
No,
grow
that's
up
not the
with them,
point.
and it's cool to see them go from that 20-year-old to the 50-year-old when they're rapping. But
That's not what I'm saying. I think there's a huge difference between being out of high school and being in high school. Even that year in between is a huge difference. Um, and Nas was rapping about things that not that he saw in school. It was mostly
Well,
what he
Nas
saw
had
in
been
the
dropped
outside
out for
world.
years.
Yeah, and he saw this in the outside world. Things that happen inside the school. I mean, even though back then I know it was a little bit. No, I guess it wasn't crazier. Kids are doing crazy things nowadays, but it was a little bit more realistic. But nah, I'm good, bro. He ain't never had to pay no bill. He ain't got
Okay,
to
so
worry
how that
about
make the album
nothing.
worse, man?
yeah,
You gotta come on with this man. So you're not giving it a
I
9
was
because
done
he's
talking
16.
about.
Okay, so keep going.
Yeah.
Tell us. All right. Well, I mean,
Oh, my
you can
number
get
is.
hate too now.
I'll give him a 8, a 7.5, 8.
okay. So you arguing about 1 point because you
Yeah,
deducted him 1 point because he's too young.
So I'm like, where you going?
You
man?
deducted him
Where you
1 point
going with
because
it?
his
Because
age.
we talked about this last time. If we had a pantheon of albums, there's only so many 10, so many 9s, so many 8, 7s we could
Yes.
give out. He
And
does
I'm
not
giving
fall
this a
in a
9.
9.
There's a
No,
ton
I'm
of
giving
8s
this.
and
No,
9s.
No,
There's
no.
way
no.
less 10.
Very way
There's
less
a
than
lot,
so.
but it goes down.
Right.
There's a whole ton
He
of
is not a
minis.
9, dog. He ain't a 9.
I
I'm
don't
not
think this is his
putting
best
this
album, so I don't think this is a 9 either.
exactly
I
from
would
what
say
I read. The
it's about
next
a
one,
9. Well, I mean,
yeah,
LL Cool J is one of the greatest, man. I would, yeah, this is an 8.5, 9,
We're gonna rate it.
9.2.
We continue
Yeah,
to rate through the '80s. We're gonna go
yeah,
through all the way through. I mean, we started in
yeah.
'84 with Run DMC. We're gonna talk. This is '85 with Radio, and we're gonna continue rating all the best albums or the classic albums from the '80s. But I, I love this album. I mean, again, I can't criticize his rapping. He's rapping like he's
Mhm.
got great bars. It's funny, entertaining. He's got energy. You
I
know,
don't want to hear
the
about
only
high
thing we
school.
could disagree, could hate on is the production being too repetitive.
He don't like the
And
subject matter.
you don't like the subject matter. But
Yeah, you're talking to me
Okay,
about
well, you
high
said an
school
8.
problems.
All right, you
hold
said
on,
8.
hold on.
Yeah.
How is this? Wait. So you're saying high school problems are less realistic or less important than
Yes,
somebody?
100%. Yes.
That's fair.
So you rather because you listen to music where it's just I'm gonna shoot my op, I'm gonna kill my op. You know, I got
It's real life.
I got a
What
lot
you
of.
mean? That's life or
It's
death.
not. It's
That's
not.
not real life for most people are not criminals. More people can relate to, you know, trying to talk to a girl in high school than can relate to, shooting it out with another gang.
That's
Way more
definitely
people. Can relate.
100%. It's not about relatability. That's not what I'm arguing. I don't care about that. It's that at 16 years old, you're rapping about your problems that don't matter. My problems in high school were not really problems, even though they
But
felt
that's
like
not.
it
He's
back
not rapping
then.
about problems. No, you missing the point of hip hop, especially in this time. The point was about a party. This is a party music. This is get people hyped to dance to. That's it.
I
That's
get
the
you, bro.
point. So you keep talking about problems, but that's not the point of it. It's not. He's not trying
Subject
to
matter,
change
whatever you
someone's
want to call
life.
it, it's not anything that an
You don't
adult
like the
is going
subject
through.
matter.
I
We
don't
already
want to
said
hear it.
that.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Cool. So,
All
all
right.
right, you
I
deducted
don't wanna
a
hear it.
point for subject matter. Deducted a point for age. That
I'm
leaves
not
you with an eight.
deducting a point.
It's okay.
That's not
It's
deduction
okay.
of a
You did.
That
point.
is. You
You
deducted
did.
a point.
Because no
You did.
album starts off at 10,
You
so
didn't.
I'm not
You didn't say
deducting
that
a
the
point.
songs were bad. You just said you don't like because he's 16 and you don't want to
And
hear
that's
about
not a
high school.
deduction. That's just the
That's
reality of the
deduction.
album. It's
All
not a
right.
If you
deduction.
don't like,
All
if
right.
you
It's
don't
not.
dislike songs, then that's a 10.
Yeah.
So you took 2 points off,
No,
and that's how you got to 8.
albums don't start at 10, so no. Good for him. He
No,
made it
albums
up
do
to a
start.
seven
Wait.
and a
If
half,
something's
8.
No,
perfect, if
albums start
something's
at
perfect,
0. If I like every song, then it goes to a 10, and then you can
Exactly.
nitpick.
It goes up. And I
right.
put the
Okay.
ceiling at an 8. The highest he can get is an
Oh,
8
okay.
from a high school rapper.
Oh,
Ages.
because
So
ageism. Because
Ages.
he's 16. Okay. All right. All right. That's
That's fair.
cool.
whatever
That's
you
fair.
want. Yeah.
That's cool. All right.
I've been
So,
pretty consistent that I hate old people and young people.
our
So
you know, if
That's
you
fair.
below
That's fair.
18, you a fan of the show, you know, Bryson don't care about your opinions because
I don't
you
care about your
not old
exactly.
enough.
That's 100%.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
I mean, I agree with that. I don't care about your opinions either. But if you make a dope album, I'll listen to it, and you could get a 10 from me.
Yeah.
I'll listen to your album, but it will never be a 10.
It can only be
Yeah, at the max.
Hating on the youth. All
He
right.
has the best album for a 16-year-old. Wow, congratulations.
That's a big
8. That's a
achievement.
pretty big deal.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
exactly.
are we got